What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Robbie Sucks. Got a little update for you on the DirtyMaxxx. Had a little leak about a couple weeks ago. Here's how it all played out. Check it out. Okay, so driving to the next town over, going over a mountain pass. What happens? Lose fuel pressure, going to limp mode. Why? I don't know, but I got underneath the truck and found myself a nasty fuel leak. Oh, Christ! Oh, no!
Oh, my root is ruined. We're all gonna die.
So I don't know where it's coming from, but I have my guess. Guess is, it's either, unfortunately, a cracked injector or my fuel rail has blown its internal seals, which could possibly be a thing. Now, these are just my guesses. I don't know. This is the first time I'm kind of dabbling in this, so we're going to take this thing apart and find out what I can find. But it is leaking down the passenger side of the block and onto the ground. Yeah. So I've got the intake off here, and I'm going to start removing stuff, removing these brackets, see if I can get to these injectors, and make sure that this is okay. So you see our fuel rail pressure sensor there. That's got a little bit of wetting on it, but when I opened this up originally, this had wetting everywhere. So I'm not entirely sure if the rail's leaking or we got a bad injector leaking down, but primarily, my problem is here. You can see the wetting on the back of the engine there that's pulling down from somewhere up here. Some more wetting around here. These are where, like, right where your injectors would line up into. See right there, there's an injector. Over there's another injector behind. Yep, see that? In between the blue hoses, that's another injector there. So I may have an issue here. I'm getting real tired of working on the DirtyMaxxx. Like, this thing has become quite a chore now. I'm not too upset about it because, look, I'm always learning a new skill, and I'm learning something that I didn't know before. So there is a silver lining to this thing breaking all the time. The problem is this is also my daily. And that means that I have to drive this around. Not a bad way to burn gas. We've got a lot happening here. So this is the top of your injector. And I've taken apart my harness here, and I took down the bypass. So you're going to have to clear up the path here to get to your injectors. It's not as hard as I thought it was going to be until I get over here and get this last injector out, because then all of this has to come off, which I don't think this injector's my issue, and I really don't have replace all your injector money right now. So if this injector's bad, then that's it. Now, if my fuel rail's the problem and it's cracked over here, then we got to take all this off to get that out. Maybe. Just so everyone's tracking, I got my injector removed, and I also was able to tighten down that fuel rail pressure sensor. Got two little turns on that and see if maybe that's where my leak was coming from. Not entirely sure. I'm just doing this as a precaution because this is where the most wetting was, and I did have some fuel wetting coming out of here and running down the side onto the gasket between the block and the head. So, I mean, this is a stab in the dark, but at least I learned a new skill. Alright guys, got my injector out. Let's zoom out a bit. There it is. And as you can see, I mean, it's not too bad. I don't know if this is what's leaking, but this O-ring up here, this is the new O-ring I installed, and this copper washer down here. The original O-ring, when I pulled it off, was covered in carbon and was pretty loose, so this may be a problem. But I'm going to go ahead and get this installed. So I just installed the new packing, like I said, and the new copper washer. Copper washer was a little tight, so just squeeze it on as far as you can, and then I used like a socket and gently kind of tapped it the rest of the way on. But I'm going to go ahead and put some oil on this and get it installed back in the truck. One thing that kind of sucks doing a project like this is learning, but you also have to buy new tools. So this is a diesel fuel rail line, or fuel injector rail, whatever you want to call it. This is the tool you need to buy to get those hard to reach lines removed. It's about $10 on Amazon. It came in like 2 days, but I'll be honest with you, this thing was a lifesaver because my crow's feet and my wrenches just weren't not reaching it. But this got in there no problem. So $10, Amazon, check it out. So right now, I'm torquing the injector into the head here, and it's 22 foot-pounds, but I've got an extension for that hard to reach spot, so I've added a little bit extra due to the torque variant. But yeah, let's get cranking. There it is. We're torqued. Just like that, everything's back in minus our air duct. I'm gonna put the air box in now, man. I'm getting pretty good at taking apart and rebuilding this thing. All right, so here it is, moment of truth. Let's see if we put it back together right and it starts, and then we'll drive it around for a bit and see if it still leaks. I hope it doesn't. I really hope it doesn't. Here we go. All right, so far it's driving and it feels like it has really good throttle response. It's not bogging on the fuel. I don't smell any fuel smell yet. Oh man, this thing's driving pretty good. I wonder if I can open it up here. Let's see. All right, so we just opened it up pretty good. And yeah, I'm eager to see if we've got ourselves a leak or we actually were able to fix it, which would be very cool. You guys see any leaks? I don't. Holy smokes. I'm gonna call this an absolute win. I'm kind of stoked about it right now. Let's hope it stays this way. Until the next time, guys, remember, like, subscribe, keep coming back for more Robbie Sucks. DirtyMaxxx. Woo. It's been fun. Hit up RobbieSucksStore.com, and remember, it's okay to suck. Just don't give up. I don't. Oh, cripes! Oh, cripes! Oh, cripes! Oh, no!